Our lesson essential question is, how do we make a line plot to organize data? So we're going to be using a type of graph today called a line plot. We know when we make a graph, we're organizing data. Data is a collection of information. So if you take a look at this data over here, it says, what sport do you play? And the information that was collected was how many people played soccer, which was 106, how many people played tennis, 45, gymnastics, 54, swimming, 82, and track, 68 people. So when you collect data, you collect the information, and then you turn it into a graph afterwards. So we're going to be looking at measurements and collecting data on the length of objects, and then we'll graph it. Take a look at this glue stick. This glue stick is 2 inches long. You can use a table to record the measurement data. So just like over here, we had a table. So this is showing the length, not how many, it's showing the length of all these specific objects. So the glue stick we said was 2, the string is 4, feather is 6, scissors 4 inches. After we've collected our data, then we can create our line plot. So you make your line plot to show the data. Place a dot over the number that shows each length. The 2 dots above the 4 tell me that 2 objects are 4 inches long. So like we said, the glue stick is 2 inches. So all we need to do is go over to our line plot, make a dot above the 2. The string was 4 inches, put a dot above the 4. The feather was 6 inches, we put our dot above the 6, and then these scissors were 4, so we put a dot above the 4. And again, as you can see, 2 objects were 4 inches. Let's look at the solve and share from today. So it says find 4 objects that are shorter than 9 inches, measure the length of each object to the nearest inch, record the measurements in the table, then plot the data on the number line. Which object is longest, which is shortest? So I chose some objects from around my house. I have an eraser, spoon, remote, and cell phone. I measured my eraser and it was 2 inches. I measured a spoon and it was 5 inches. I measured the remote for my TV and it was also 5 inches. I did round some of these a little bit. And then I measured my cell phone and it was 4 inches. So I collected all my data and now I'm ready to turn it into a line plot. Alright, so my eraser is 2 inches. I go above the 2 and I can either put a dot or an X. My spoon was 5 inches. My remote was 5 inches. And my cell phone was 4 inches. So here's my line plot showing my data.